What are chakras? Chakras are the energy points in the body. Namaste, welcome to Tummy.com, a platform making it easy for yoga teachers to learn, grow, and expand their knowledge of yoga. Till now, we have covered amazing sequences like peak poses, gentle yoga, chair yoga, the famous kids and teen yoga. Today, we shall discuss Chakra Yoga sequence, balancing the 7 chakras. Earlier, we asked a question on chakras. What are they? They are the energy centers revolving around the endocrine system of the body. In brief, there are 7 chakras and we all know about it. Each chakra is not only responsible for the functioning of the organs located there, but also related to the emotional traits of the same. When we talk about the 7 chakras in the body, what do we mean by it? Why do we have to balance this? If there is an imbalance, it could lead to various emotional and health problems like back pains, infertility, digestive issues, heart diseases, respiratory problems, and even emotional distresses like anxiety, ego, low self-esteem, lack of compassion, and many such issues. And we are trying to understand how to balance them to avoid these problems. So it starts from the base of the spine going up to the crown of the head. The flow of energy, or in other words called as prana, is flowing upwards. And this sequence can be made into a vinyasa flow also. But essentially, Chakra Yoga is about awareness in every asana towards the activation and balancing of the respective chakras. And if we make it into a flow, this transition of awareness might be ignored, and we do not want that. Also, as yoga teachers, we keep our students informed about all aspects of Chakra Yoga so that their awareness and focus towards the chakras while practicing increases. And we shall see how the flow goes about. Let us understand how the sequence is. So we have divided the sequence, which consists of 50 poses and covering all the chakras, into part 1. Asanas that will cover the activation of Mooladhara Chakra and Swadhisthana Chakra, that is still Urdhva Upavishta Konasana. Part 2, Asanas for Manipura and Anahata Chakra, that is still Urdhva Dhanurasana. Part 3, Asanas for Vishuddha and Agnya Chakra, that is still Child's Pose. And part 4, Asanas for Sahasrara Chakra and Pranayama techniques. So we begin with Dandasana. There are pathways for the flow of energy that are called nadis, and there are energy points where these nadis meet, that is the chakras. In this pose, as you see, the sit bones are grounded, and here our focus is to ensure that the students feel this grounding of the base. So instruct them to close their eyes and feel the base of their spine, which is working on the root chakra. Then they go on to doing Paschimottanasana, which is a forward bend activating the root chakra. Forward bends help to release the apana flow, that is the downward flow of energy, and reduces the stagnation of energy around that root chakra. Then they come back to Dandasana and go to Malasana, with arms in Namaste and hips being pushed out with the help of the elbows. This helps to remove the stagnation of energy around the hips, which blocks the root chakra. The student's awareness should be towards the hips to feel this flow of energy. Then they inhale and raise their torso, go into Uttanasana, which is also a forward bend and involves the hips, pelvic flow, keeping the root and Swadhisthana chakra active. Ask the students to keep their attention towards their feet and awareness towards the pelvic floor to feel this activation of the chakra. Next, we go into Utkatasana. The parts that are working in this pose are the knees, the base of the spine, the arms and the core. Squeezing of the thighs, the pelvic floor helps to hold the pose for longer, and ideally it should be held for a minute for greater effect on the chakra. And this could be done by doing the pose against the wall or by keeping a block between the thighs to keep those muscles therein active and also to be able to do the pose easily. Releasing this pose, the students come into Tadasana, where they are calming their mind and their breath. Their focus is more towards deep breathing, ensuring students are breathing from both nostrils, keeping the Ida Nadi carrying the lunar energy and Pingala Nadi carrying the solar energy in balance. After having activated the Mooladhara Chakra, we move to Swadhisthana Chakra, which is located at the lower abdomen, above the pubic bone and below the navel. So we begin with Prasaritta Padosthasana, which helps in activating the root chakra, and there is pressure felt in the lower abdomen, which activates the Swadhisthana Chakra. So if you see, the root chakra and Swadhisthana Chakra are quite similar and helps in activating the organs in the same region. Till now, we have done symmetrical poses where students are breathing from both the nostrils, keeping the balance, and now we move on to asymmetrical pose, which is Utthita Trikonasana, which is to be performed on both sides of the body. The students have to monitor how each part of their body reacts to the pose. Which side is more flexible? Ask them to hold the pose for longer on the stronger side. And one more thing is, when they are performing the asana on the left, ask them to focus on their right nostril breathing and vice versa. So it's all about evaluating the body reactions to the asana, especially in asymmetrical poses. Next, we come into Tadasana, releasing and relaxing, at the same time keeping the focus towards the abdomen and becoming more aware of the body. Then we sit down in Dandasana, a transition pose, where one leg is folded and the other leg is taken back. The perineum comes in contact with the ground. That is Ardha Kapotasana. Here the hips open up, the pelvic region is opened, and this is a step further in activating the Swadhisthana Chakra. A simple variation of this asana could also be done by placing a bolster below the perineum to keep the hips squared. The abdomen gets stimulated, increasing circulation towards the pelvic region. When they are doing the pose, ask them to feel that push of the perineum to the ground. After doing the pose on the other side of the body, the student enters into Urdhva Upavishta Konasana, where the abdomen muscles take charge to keep the balance and the legs spread apart, open up the pelvic region, and the base of the spine on which the student is balancing feels the activation. Both the root chakra and the Swadhisthana Chakra are getting activated. As they are doing the pose, let them focus on their pelvic region to keep the balance and focus on the base of their spine to feel the grounding. The straight spine here in this pose helps in easy flow of energy. So this was the first part of the video. The two main takeaways from this video is understand which chakra works on which part of the body and then look for asanas that stimulate that region, keeping the level of students in mind. Second, chakra yoga is all about awareness, feeling, evaluating. So keep asking the students to focus on the chakra they are working on for the particular asana. Next video, we will cover Manipura Chakra and Anahata Chakra. Click on the link on the screen to head to the second part of the sequence. Thank you very much and take care.